Hey guys, Troy here back with another video. Today's going to be a little bit different. As you can clearly see, I'm in VR. I've had VR for almost a year, coming up on a year here. But I've never, clearly, I've never posted a video of VR, and I mean clearly because the last video I posted was like 4 months ago, 5 months ago. I don't know. I'm sure my super sick editing skills. I'll put up a little like picture of the last video, like what I did in that last video, saying kind of like an update on what's going on with me and the channel. So for those of you who don't know, this is VTOL VR. I think it's a fantastic game. I've had a lot of fun with it. I've got maybe 50 hours in it so far. But there's some great mods that I've got. I'll link probably the biggest ones, the ones that are going to be the most popular. I'll link those in the description. And I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do. My right control battery's low. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do. We may do some mischief. It's a Tomcat. That's a Tomcat. Might do some Tomcat stuff. I don't have the T-55. Might do some Comanche stuff. At least that's what I'm going to call it, because it kind of looks like a Comanche, but with the pylons there. Those are DLCs. The A-10 is a mod, and the F-16 is a mod. We may do a bit of it all. We may do helicopter. We may do plane, like F-16, A-10 stuff, Growler stuff. Excuse me, Growler stuff. I don't know where that is, but in this, I'm sure you probably read it here once it's been up. But this Tomcat is a modernized. Is a modernized Tomcat that does electronic warfare, as you can see right there. So it still has the dude in the back. That's just George. He's just kind of there. But that's your EWO, your electronics warfare officer. Whereas the regular Tomcat is your RIO, your radar something officer. I don't remember what the I is. So the Tomcat is quite hard to fly and do your EWOs or your electronic stuff as a single person. So we may not do that in this video. I may record some like gameplay of just a couple of me and my buddies in it. Don't know. The Apache here, or the Comanche, it's a lot easier to fly and do what you need to do, because the gun can slave to your head, your helmet. So you can look around, if you're flying, you've got the collective down here, your stick over here, you can look over here and fire a target, that's over there. I just hit my desk. I'm talking too much. Let's go ahead and get into it. And see what kind of mischief. You see what I did? You see what I did there? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just. We'll go ahead and see what we can do.
Well, pilot, welcome to the Falkland Islands. Nothing but barren lands, penguins, and grumpy neighbors. Looks like you pulled the short straw after your flight training, mate. Anyway, I'm Matt, your flight commander for this tour. Get the chopper started up, and we'll take a quick tour of East Falkland. You'll get a chance for some target practice on our weapons range later. Start up the chopper. I'll call Goose Green Tower to get permission for takeoff. Goose Green Tower, Ugly 5-1. Request permission to take off. VFR local training flight. 2POB, over.
Ugly 5-1, you are cleared for takeoff. Surface wind light and variable.
Okay, pilot. When you're ready, take off. Head for Mount Pleasant Air Base. The location is in GPS Group 1. You'll need to land on one of the 4 helipads there. Let's get moving, soldier.
Alright, so, I didn't realize that would start immediately, so I'm gonna be silent. But I'm also gonna be, like, in the chair, because I realized that I was too close to my desk. My desk is right there where my hand is. That's also George. They cut his head off I don't know why they did that, but anyways, so this is the AH-94 Dragonfly, or as I'm probably going to call it a lot as the Apache, or possibly the Comanche. Apache is kind of easier to remember. It's basically a Comanche. The AH-66, I believe, is what it was. Comanche. Now, laugh at me all you want. I've only flown this a couple times. So my startup procedure is going to suck. My flying overall is going to suck. I did the multiplayer version of this, so it's kind of long. I might make this a 7-part kind of video, or I might do, well, yeah, I'm going to do this. There's 7 parts of this mission. I talk everywhere. So I don't know where I'm going with this. So yeah, this campaign is a 7-mission campaign. I might do this one in this video, and then go do something else like in the same video, and then just cut it and upload it as 2 different videos. So yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and turn the main battery on. Main battery on. Turn the APU on so the battery doesn't die here. Hey, you saw me kind of starting to turn on all my MFDs, except this one because I didn't turn that one on. I really need to have like water or something with me when I do these, because I am quite parched already. Anyways, so APU's up, battery's on. I'm gonna go ahead here. Gonna go ahead over here and start engine number 2. I'm also gonna turn the game down just a little bit. So it may be kind of quiet in the recording, I don't know, because it's kind of loud for me. So engine 1 is up. We're going to go ahead and turn the rotor brake off. We're going to hit this up to idle. A little bit over. Go ahead, start engine 2. So the battery's going to start dying on me. But that engine 2 should start. We've got rotation in the blades. That's good. Engine 2 hasn't started yet, or fully. That's okay. That part of my process is kind of crap. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get objective. Nav here. Objective over here. We need to fly to Mount Pleasant, which is, I don't have it set. Over there, 14 nautical miles that way. And also this button right here allows you to switch seats. But first, hey guys, now I've got my own camera. I'm going to go ahead and put my visor down here. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. But as you can see, this skin that I have, I will link the skin as well. It's kind of like a funny meme skin, I guess. I don't know. Let me show you here. There you go. That's the skin that I've got right now on this chopper. You can even, I don't know where the camera is. Let me see. That's my back left. Give it a second. It should like switch up to the front here. Yeah. Hey guys, your little mini camcorder. Hey guys. So anyways, we're gonna change this back to camcorder so I can kind of move you guys around here. I'm gonna set y'all right here. Actually, let me show you George. He's not very talkative. Probably because he's missing a head. But poor George. They cut his head off before I got to the Falklands. Also, disclaimer, I don't know how many Argentinian people watch my videos as well as British. I'm staying very far out of any of the Falklands conflicts. I'm actually going to put you up here in the back. Well, I'm still talking to you. Go ahead and start engine 2 while we're at it. So I'm staying out of that. I'm not picking a side or anything. So don't come at me and get all pissy with me. But we're gonna go ahead and put you guys up in the corner here, at least for right now. Every now and again, there's a button right here. Let me show you. Ooh, let me grab the camera. This button, these 2 buttons, I can hit end. Now you're back looking at what I'm looking at, and now you're back in the camcorder, back up in the corner, which I don't know why it was there. But anyways, we're gonna keep you guys there for a minute. Okay, I'm just looking at my monitor there. we are going to go ahead. I believe we are set to go. Let's go ahead. There's that thing that I put up to idle. I'm going to go ahead. That's basically the throttle for the blades and the engines. I'm going to go ahead and set that up to flight. I've got collective. I'm going to turn APU off. It doesn't really matter if you do that or not. There's no really real repercussions. And we're going to go ahead and start this mission. Now, like I said, I am not the greatest of helicopter pilots by any means. In fact, I am quite bad when it comes to helicopter flying. There was a mission that I did, really, really simple mission, but I had it.
We have just departed from FOB Goose Green, and we're headed to Mount Pleasant, and then on to Port Stanley. Mount Pleasant and Port Stanley are the two main British bases on East Falkland. There is another FOB at Port San Carlos, which is further north. We'll visit there another day. Goose Green and Port San Carlos are the closest bases to the Argentine-controlled West Falkland Island, or as they call it, the West Malvinas Isle.
A little bit of dialogue there. But as I was saying before that came on, there's a really simple mission that I did. I just kind of flew around, hit some like. That's nothing important. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I didn't realize that was a power line that we just flew by. That could have been bad. Let me grab you guys. No, wrong button. There we go. I'll switch you back to my actual feed, what I see in a minute. But now I can actually like talk to you. Really simple mission, but they were like, you know, each waypoint was 20 or so miles away. So I just there's an autopilot that I just put altitude and heading in, and then I just let the aircraft do its own thing. But this one I can't really do that a whole lot, only because this next little section is quite. I actually have to stay low and fast, so I can't just put in, you know, you know what you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about. To re-grab the joystick over here every now and again. I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys back into what I can see, just making sure. It's not gonna be exact to what I see, only because that's just how VR recording works. These guys talking about penguins or something. But here in a minute, I might, when I get to the range, I'll switch over to George, and George will take my position. I'm actually going to be bald, which is weird. So I may not do any camcorder stuff, which you can see that I got that right there. But yeah, this is the AH-94 Dragonfly. I'll go over the armament here in a minute. Let me actually.
Weapons live.
Thanks, George. Okay, so
Weapons safe.
thanks, George. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on real quick, so I don't have to worry about that. So over here on the right pylon here, we have two AGM 154s.
Weapons live.
145s.
Mount Pleasant approach. Weapons safe.
I guess I cut off the guy. So, anyways, those ones right there, they've got like glass on the front of them. Those are fire frigate ATGMs, anti-tank guided missiles. Basically, what those black ones, those are Hellfires. Except you lock onto a target, you fire, and you can quite literally fire and forget. Now, I don't know. Over here, we've got 3 pods there, and I think we've got 3 pods. Yeah, 3 pods right there. Those are Hydras. Those are unguided rockets. You just, you know, like that crosshair right there. I think y'all can see that. I don't know. Not the one that's following my head. the one in the middle. By fire, the rockets are going to go to that point. Not that exact, because they're going to fall off, because that's just how, you know, gravity and stuff works. But they'll go straight to the nose of the aircraft.
Pleasant. A couple of F-45s by the look of it.
Yeah, anyways. As you say, you got some F-45s, which is the futuristic F-35. I've got a mod in that just takes off the canards, which is the only difference of it. Those are pretty cool. That's a fun little jet to fly. It's got VTOL, so it's kind of like an F-35 B and A, if I'm not mistaken. No, C and A, excuse me. But anyways, our landing point's down there, but I'm still talking, so I'm just gonna have to wait a minute. But yeah, those are Fire Frigate and then the Hydras. And then over here, the Hellfires, which I mentioned earlier, I'm actually going to go ahead and start landing here. Those are... those are beam riding ATGMs, or laser guided. So the camera that's on the nose of this aircraft, which is what I'm currently looking through, there's a laser that will follow, or that the ATGMs will lock onto and follow, and that will be what the missile goes to. So if, let's say, I wanted to fire at that water tower, I'd put the camera on it. The laser is automatically engaged in this game because it's a really simple flight, but it's fun. Anyways, and I fire, it will continue to guide towards that target. Hold on, gotta lock in real quick. So that's another thing that's really helpful with this aircraft and the F-45 is being able to look through your targeting pod or your camera through your aircraft, which is something they can do actually in real life, which I'm about to land on an AV-42 here. Alright, we're down. He's probably going to talk here in a second, so we're going to...
Head for our main base at Port Stanley. The route I want you to take is in GPS Group 2. Follow the route closely, fly at maximum speed and stay below 250 feet radar altitude. Low flying skills are essential out here. Enemy radar equipment really struggles to pick anything up below 250 feet. So, if you want to survive, you've got to fly low. I'll contact Mount Pleasant Approach to get permission for takeoff. Mount Pleasant Approach, Ugly 5-1. Request permission for takeoff. VFR low-level training flight to Port Stanley. 2 POB. Over. Ugly 5-1, Mount Pleasant Approach. You are cleared for takeoff. Winds light and variable. Cleared for takeoff. Ugly 5-1. Okay, pilot, let's get going. Remember, route in GPS Group 2, and it's fast and low.
So yeah, another thing I am going to say, I do apologize if some of the audio is super loud, like that might have been coming through the mic. I don't know, because I'm using the Oculus mic. I listened to it a minute ago, and it sounded all right. Go ahead and do that. Turn rotor brake on. I'm going to go ahead and refuel since I've got half fuel. It's not going to really matter that much. But I don't remember. Oh, and then the last thing I've got is if I'm not mistaken, is a 30mm autocannon, which is the Apache actually has. The M320, I believe, is what it is. There is a 20mm autocannon, or like Gatling cannon, but it's 20mm, so it's, you know, whatever. But I'm going to, I don't know where comms are. Comms right there. I'm going to go ahead and refuel. Contact ground, crest rear arm. Alright, so never mind. So I powered down for absolutely nothing. That is, I pushed the wrong button. Flight of Stanley. So Stanley's way over there. I have to follow this waypoint path, which is alright. That I can do. I'm actually gonna do that so I can follow it. And I guess go ahead and start the helicopter up again. Turn rotor brake off. I don't want all the way, but I want some power. Watching my RPM gauge here go up. So yeah, like I said, I'm not the greatest pilot by any means. I'm not the greatest helicopter pilot by any means. Also, 2 EF-24 Mischiefs took off. I'm gonna call them Tomcats because that's what they are. Let's be real here. They're Tomcats. We're gonna go ahead and get engine 2 started up here. Alright, so yeah, I don't know what I was talking about before he started talking, to be honest. Of course, now, like I said at the beginning, I've already done this mission, so I know where to go and what to do. But the rest of them, the other 7, or the other 6, I just, you know, whatever. I'm gonna pretend I didn't say anything. I haven't done, so I'm not sure what those ones entail, what those ones, I guess, involve. But yeah. Oh. Okay. Oh my god. See, I'm not the greatest pilot. There is an AH6 mod, a Little Bird mod. I have flown that a little bit. That thing is hard for me to fly. I will be honest, that is a hard aircraft to fly. Now, I imagine, once I put some time into it, I can probably be a pretty good pilot. But the thing is that with VTOL, is that you get in and you have a full aircraft to your advantage. I might go fly the FA-26 in another video. But there's no, I don't have rudder pedals. I don't have a stick. I'm quite literally just controlling, or holding.
Okay, pilot. Remember, it's max collective. Time to start skimming the treetops.
Nigel needs to be quiet. Wait, there's no joystick here. I'm quite literally, I'm just holding one of the trigger, or the middle finger button here on the joysticks, on the Joy-Cons, whatever you want to call them. Controllers, I guess. And that's allowing me to grab the thing. There's no collective here. I don't have rudder pedals that I'm using. I'm quite literally just sitting in my desk, or in my desk. I'm sitting at my desk, and just in my chair, playing this game. And that's the really fun thing about this game. It's not, now don't get me wrong, I like DCS. I haven't played DCS in a long time. Probably since I got VR. But DCS is fun. Very expensive a lot of the time. DCS modules are going for $60, $70, $80. Just like War Thunder, except they're worse and they kind of suck. But anyways, but in this was $5 on sale, $4. So I got it. The game itself is $15, $20, something like that. Now, I mean, the initial, you know, Oculus is gonna run you some money, some shekels, but it is definitely worth it. Because I mean, you can quite like get in, sit down, get in, put your headset on, and fly aircraft. And that's the good thing. And the good thing about the F-16 and A-10 mod is that you don't need any of the DLCs. Those are their own standalone aircraft. Whereas the AH-6, the Little Bird, requires the Apache, which makes sense. I mean, it's a helicopter. They're both helicopters, so you're going to need the helicopter framework, I guess, in order to fly said helicopter, said modded helicopter. But I might.
Mate, what are you doing? I said stay below 250 feet at max speed. Mission failed.
Oops. I was not paying attention. Auto rotate. Well. Yeah, so that just happened. I really hope it doesn't actually restart me. If it restarts me all the way, I'll just tell you what happens in this mission. It's gonna restart me all the way. Can I game quick save? No. So I'm not gonna do all that again. Basically, you fly to another base, you land on a building, then you fly to a range. You fire, you test out the weaponry, and then you go land on a moving carrier. Also this, if I'm not mistaken, this is made by Judge Dredd on the Steam Workshop, the workshop page. I will link that. I will link that in the description. I've done that top one. I think I did this one. Yeah, I did this one. That's also made by Judge Dredd. Right there, you can see his name. So we're gonna go ahead and actually. Fair distance away. Okay, I want like short. Actually, you know what? No, we are gonna go fly the Tomcat. We're gonna do this one. I have done this one a couple times. So George is in the back. This time he has a head though. It's good. Apache. You don't get to. Oh my gosh! You don't get to see the aircraft. You don't get to put on your what you want. So this is the EF-24. It is just an angular Tomcat. That's all it is. This is actually one of the skins made by the group. There's an aggressor skin, which is just black. I just installed this one, VX9, which was a testing squadron, if I'm not mistaken. So right now, I have this set up for electronic warfare. I've got 2 ALQ-245 jamming pods, and then I've got 4 HARMs. Well, they're HARM S's, but, well, they're still HARM because they're high anti-radiation missile, I believe is what it stands for. But this is gonna be a guns-only dogfight. At least that's what I'm gonna do it as. And then if I, kind of suck and start to lose, I might throw some AIM-9s on. It is modeled very well. It looks... The only thing that is different... Well, actually, the whole cockpit is different. You'll see why. Oh my gosh, why am I sitting so low? And raise myself up here. So, you can see that right there. That is the ASF-33, I believe. That is my target. That's what I have to fight. This is... we'll get into it in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and throw up my radar. Throw up my RWR. Okay, he's coming at me. We're going to go in for the merge here. Put armament on. So he's right there. So I don't really need any of this other stuff. That's all I need, even though it doesn't really matter. What are you doing? Click it! I just like to have it. Okay, there he is. Knee boards that are, well, obviously on my knees. Those are mods too. I will link those because those are very, very helpful. I'm actually straining my neck here, trying to make sure I'm not in his guns. Oh my gosh, it's like struggling. Okay, so the wings are out. There's George back there. You can see him. He's got a head this time. Oh, I'm in a very bad spot. I'm in his guns. This is usually how my Tomcat dogfights go. Luckily, this guy can't aim. Oh my god, those are gonna hit. I think those hit. We're good though, no damage. This is basically Top Gun, but... Oh, I've got to pull up. I've got to pull. I don't know how to shake this guy. Oh, he hit us again. I heard the noise. I think we're fine, though. Minor tail damage, I think. See if we can Top Gun it and get him to overshoot. We're not gonna be able to perform a Cobra though, because we're not. I just don't have the capabilities. We're gonna beat his guns right here. He's still on our tail. That's the advantage of this guy, is that he's able to fly relatively low airspeed. I mean, I can too. I've got my wings full forward, but I think he broke off. I think we might be able to get a shot on him here. Bring him into guns. That's one thing about the Tomcat, is that the Vulcan actually fires high. So that crosshair at the top, that is actually our gun, where our gun is going to hit. Okay, this is, now that I'm on him, I'm going to be able to out-turn him with the wings all the way out. We're going to get him right here. Okay, or not. I'm just a bad pilot and I missed. That should have been a kill right there, but that's okay. I don't know what my left controller's doing. I've lost him. This is bad. I've lost eyes. There he is. He might actually crash. Okay, no, he's good. I think this is going to be on the merge. Going to be a head-on. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how none of those hit, but that's okay. Gonna go up for the vertical. I'm holding my left controller in a very awkward angle in order to pull this. Pull him into HUD. Bad on my part. Okay, got one hit onto him. But with his maneuverability, he's got not necessarily superior maneuverability, but because he's so small, and he's not, you know, a Tomcat that's a giant fighter, or, well, interceptor, close-in dogfights like this are very dangerous. I'm able to keep the circle, though. I've got to reposition that, so that's going to cost me. I think I do out-turn him, though, ever so slightly. I've only got 300 cannon rounds left, so that is not good. Okay, he's gonna go up. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm not a very good pilot. So, someone else who's played VTOL or who has dogfighted, I guess, or dogfought, I don't know, has been in a dogfight, has probably been like, okay, we're gonna actually spin this way, has probably been like, this guy could have killed this guy, had so many chances to kill this guy, and I've just completely missed because I'm not a very good pilot. Alright, this is gonna be the merge, I believe. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, this is gonna be a, okay, or not. Oh, okay. I don't know what. Oh, I'm in that same position. Okay, no, we're on his tail. We're on his tail. Alright, are on his tail now. It's going up. I'm starting to black out. Boom, got him. Alright. Last time I did this, the second one respawned. Yep, there it is. I don't know where he is. Oh, he's up above me. That is not good at all. I don't know where he is. There he is. Coming down on me. Blacking out. There he is. He overshot. Boom, baby. That was beautiful. Now, I don't think a second one respawns. So I believe there's an airfield somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Oh, I just poked my head through the thing there. The glass. I'm gonna check on nav to see if there is. Maybe comms. Well, comms might not be a bad idea. ATC. There is an airfield somewhere. I think it's over here.
Alpha 1-1. Tower,
Okay, yeah.
copy. Flight heading 252. You can expect runway 02 right.
02.
Alpha
Okay, so yeah.
1-1. Tower, clear to land at runway 02 right.
So that was my awful dogfighting skills of the EF-24. This thing flies like a bus. There is an option to have a center stick, and I have flown it like that. I wasn't a fan of it because I've gotten used to side sticks. Even though I say center stick superiority, because it is, in my opinion. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and land. And I can kind of show you what this, what's new with the Tomcat. Go all the way down. My wings are already forward. We're gonna go ahead and put gear down. Gear and flaps are coming down very fast. My sweep is all the way forward. We're gonna go ahead and just do that manually. We are coming at it in a very odd angle as well. That's okay. Yeah, my sweep is forward there. Okay, my sweep wasn't always forward. Oops. Anyways, I don't know if me blowing on my nose is that picks up on the mic, which I hope it doesn't, because that might have been really, really loud for you, and I apologize for it if it was. So I guess this video will be kind of a two-parter. Well, it'd be kind of one video, because I'm not gonna continue this as a two-parter, unless it's. I've been recording for almost 40 minutes, so I might go in and do Tomcat things to show you what it's about. This is a really bad approach here. Gotta get that nose up there. I'm gonna come down kind of hard. Come in really slow as well. There we go. Oh, that was butter. That was probably one of my best landings. Butter. Alright. And we're on the brakes.
Welcome back. Follow the taxi path to your parking
Okay,
area.
we'll hit the next taxiway. Is the air brake. I can't see it from here. This aircraft, believe it or not, actually is, if I'm not mistaken, about the size of a B-24 Liberator, a bomber from World War II, which had a crew of like 8 or 9 guys. So that's impressive. We're also gonna go flaps up. I'm gonna bring the wings all the way back here. Okay, I don't know why they sound like that. Kind of funky sounding. Alright, we're just gonna stop right here. Don't really care about taxiing on the way. We're gonna go ahead and turn the APU on, since we're gonna be sitting here, and turn brake hold on. Let's go ahead and set this to menu here. There we go, that's what I wanted. In that. We're gonna go in and do spectator cam real quick. And do fly along. Yeah, okay, now I can actually, there's also the skin, the VX9. I just want to see what the air brake looks like, if it actually looks like what it should. Okay, this is not a very good camera here. Yeah, it does look like it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and stop that as well. So now you should be looking at what, yeah, you are. Okay, so the Tomcat, or the electronic warfare version. So as you saw before I took everything off, I had 2 pods on. That is what is here. So you can carry, I believe, up to 4. If I'm not mistaken, it's up to 4 pods. And each one of these little sections here, A and B, A, B, A, is a different band or a different target you can lock. So let's say I'm flying. Just pretend we are. And I'm getting, let me actually get all of my stuff up here that I would have up. This is my tactical situation display, transmitting my frequency azimuth display. This is, I don't remember what this was called. Electronic warfare attack display, and then that's my RWR. So let's say I'm getting locked from a Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Anyways, that same guy launched from a SAM, an SA-13. That's a pretty common SAM that people use. And it's here, right? So they're going to sit on a medium bandwidth here. Medium is just all general search radar right here, you know, in between high and low. Low is going to be communications, so if there's if you're playing PvP, you can lock onto a plane here and hit, you know, do this, and then hit band to low, hit it, and they won't be able to communicate. They won't be able to communicate with anyone. I need to slow down when I'm talking. Good lord. So yeah, that will be communications. Low is communication. So, you know, an AWACS will pop up here. Aerial warfare. I don't actually remember. I'll probably put up like a screenshot of what AWACS stands for right there. But the E3 Century we're in this game, I think it's the E4 Century. I think it's Century. I don't know. We're gonna go ahead and actually just turn the engines off. But medium is going to be where all search radars are going to be. So if there's a SAM, it'll pop up SA. I will hit select SOY, which is, I think is select. I don't ask. I'll hit, you know, middle mouse, not middle mouse. I'll push in the trigger or the joystick. I'll lock it. I'll come over here and I'll do band medium, and I'll hit exmit, I guess, and that will start jamming the radar, or the radar. If it fires, that's when you start having a problem, because obviously now you have there's smoke in the air. There's a missile coming your way. But high and above, which, I mean, obviously, that is missile. So if that SAM managed to get a missile off on me, which most of the time they do, you will want to jam it with a high radar band as well to if I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong about this, but kind of to confuse the internal radar of the missile to help you live, or help friendlies live. But you can have up to, 8 targets that you can jam. I recommend having at least, well, I don't recommend anything because I've only flown it like twice. But if you can, having at least 2 pods and then jamming 2 targets. So one will be medium and high if it's a SAM, and then a medium and high, you know, if it's a SAM. Now, if you're PvP, you might bring 3, maybe 4. You can jam communications between AWACS or you know, fighters themselves. But yeah, that's what this is. So yeah, but the Tomcat would be a lot different because you would have, you know, your central console, all of your things, all of your analog dials and switches and all this fun stuff. But here it's all electronic, which I like. This is the same. This tells you where you have you know, your hard points, as it says right there. It'll tell you what lost my train of thought. Where you have ordnance. Obviously, this is your wing sweep, as we saw earlier, your flaps and all of that. This is all, that's your engine information. We're gonna go ahead and actually raise the canopy. It's gonna be loud, so we're gonna go ahead and turn APU off. Battery's gonna start dying, so we'll go ahead and just turn that off as well. I didn't do it in the Apache. I am gonna do it in this though. I really struggled there for a second. I have not touched this yet. It's pretty much the same here and here, engine, your wing sweep. I don't know what this means. All of these buttons, I don't know. I haven't touched the back seat of this aircraft yet. So I don't know anything of this. It is really cool to be able to look out and see a Tomcat. I might play the DCS Tomcat. Hi, George. Yeah, he's up in the front now. But yeah, like I said, I don't know what any of these. I'm also in the back seat. I like to set my chair accurate to this one, but the back of the chair is right here. So, but anyways, I might go do some jamming, and kind of show you what the pilot can do. I don't realize how big this canopy is. Like I said, it's the size of a B-24 or B-25. I don't remember. Yeah, this is peaceful. It's quiet. I'm sitting in my Tomcat. All right. Hey, George. Oh wait, George is with me. Where'd he go? Oh my gosh, that was sickening. I see his parachute, but I don't see. Oh, there he is. Hi, George. Oh well. Well, that's convenient, isn't it? Hi, George. He's not very talkative sometimes. That's okay. Oh, wow, the canopy got blown. What is that, like 100 feet? 200 feet? And it's rolling still. It's still going. I didn't fail the mission, but whatever. Oh, is it coming to a stop? I don't think it's coming to a stop. All right. So let's go ahead. I think I'm going to show the FA-26, which is the M18. The M18? What? The M18? What am I doing? The F-18. I don't remember what livery I have on here. Okay, I have the Jolly Rogers. This one's kind of fun. I like that one. But we're going to do the Jolly Rogers. I like the Jolly Rogers. So we're going to go ahead and this. You didn't see this? Well, I guess you saw it with the one, but not the Apache. But anyways, I'm going to read this, even though I know that you are all very capable readers. But anyways, the task force is on a force projection mission in an area of instability. We are maintaining alert readiness with Ready 5 and Ready 15 flights. We are Ready 5. It is your turn for Ready 5. Should be prepared to take off within 5 minutes of the order to intercept any potential threats. We're Carrier's Mogul. We're Whiskey 1-1 and 1-2. My wingman's 1-2. Yeah. So, intel. There's a civilian airport nearby. Abhar International Airport. I think I said that right. I don't know. Airport occasionally hosts military aircraft that from nations that aren't too keen with the U.S. But our tower is tied in with Abhar approach to monitor the airspace. If I'm not mistaken, I think we've got 2 bags. Bags are fuel tanks. And AIM-9s and maybe a couple AIM-120s. I'm not sure. So we're going to go ahead and get this loaded up. Okay, there we go. This is another mod. Why am I sitting so low? I don't understand.
Flight Mogul, Ready 5. Begin startup and prep for launch. Briefing to follow.
Gonna have to turn my battery down. Yeah. Okay. I get the seat. Ready? This is another mod, the Super Carrier mod. It's quite nice.
Whiskey 1-1, Mogul. We've picked up 2 radar contacts to the northeast. Abhar approach reports no radio contact. Last radar contact, position 75 miles northeast, Angels 30, heading 250, speed 544. Notify tower when ready to taxi.
So yeah, we've got a unresponsive aircraft in the airspace, as we already knew. We're gonna go ahead and set that. Ooh, yeah. Actually, I can just do that. That is peak. That is why I like having. I've got some images over here that I'm not going to show. They're not inappropriate or anything. I just don't want to show them because they're important to me. Anyways, was that the point? That's the carrier. Okay, so yeah. We're going to go ahead and get comms up. We're going to go hit contact the aircraft, go take off.
Whiskey 1-1, tower unable.
Okay, I think I pushed the wrong one. I think I pushed landing.
Whiskey 1-1, tower unable.
I can't take off. Comms. Not ground. ATC. Aircraft. Take off.
Whiskey
There we go.
1-1.
Okay.
You're cleared to taxi to Cat 1.
So it is going to put us on Cat 1. We're going to go ahead and get our launch board down. We're going to keep our master arm off right now. Wings are going to go ahead and bring those down. Brake lock off. Wings are down. Confirm. APU coming off. And we are going to go ahead and taxi over to the Cat here. Catapult. The FA-26 is also a very massive jet. Should be... Did I miss it? I think I missed it. Shit. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and flip around here to pretend that these guys aren't here and pretend that I'm not doing this. So, yeah, sorry. Yeah, okay, so we've got... I'm pretty sure I've got the same loadout as him, so... More or less, at least. Maybe not, because I've got, like, air STs. But anyways, that was already 15 aircraft right there. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get lined up for the hat here. My latch... Oh, that's my hook. That's my mistake. You're probably gonna yell at me for that one. There goes my wingman. He's gonna go ahead and circle so I can get up in the air.
Whiskey.
Alright, there we go.
Locked in. Throttle down and run your launch checklist.
Okay. Flight control, up, down, left, right, or left, right. Shut up.
Shields up, ready to go.
Rudder. Alright, we're gonna go ahead. Full throttle. I don't have a thing right here. I don't know where my launch officer is, but there we go. I didn't put any flaps down on that takeoff. That is my fault. But we're gonna go ahead and get up in the air. Intercept bandit. Okay.
Whiskey 11, Mogul. Turn heading 045, climb and maintain Angels 30. Intercept and identify any radar contacts.
Got nothing on radar so far, but that is also because that is 36 miles, and this is only goes... There we go. Anyways, nothing on radar right now. I believe he is... Do we even have an AWACS? I don't think so. AWACS. Picture. No AWACS available. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. So, this one I have not done before. I've done it once. Well, actually, because those are fighters, so this may not end well.
Whiskey 11, Mogul. MR approach is suggesting this could be a military exercise or show of force. Be on your guard.
Basically what that's saying is that I'm going to die. I'm going to need... yeah, this was bad when I did it. My wingman got shot down almost immediately, and then I was soon to follow. This jet is a very capable jet. I'm just, as I've mentioned, not the greatest of pilots.
Aircraft. This is the United States Navy on guard. You are approaching restricted airspace. Turn to heading 090 immediately. Respond.
They're not going to respond. Maybe they will. I don't know. I could be wrong. But as soon as we get into, if we do eventually get into combat, because this may be, they may not. They may just be like, "Oops, sorry, we're gonna, bug out."
Whiskey 11, Mogul. Now bringing up 4 aircraft on radar. Repeat, not 1 pair, 2 pair.
Got him on radar. ASF-58s. But yeah, if we get into combat, I'm immediately dropping bags, and I am probably actually going to bug out for a minute and get some distance on them so I can fire some A120s on them, because I've only got, what is it, 2, 4, I've only got 8 A120s, and I've got 6 effectively AIM-9s. They're special, like, different AIM-9s, but that's so cool. There was a Hornet mod. I might check it out, just do like a really short video on it, because the developer has unfortunately stopped working on it. I'd have to change what version I'm in, and like that'd really be a problem. But this is also different. This is Mike's, if I'm not mistaken, Mike's FA-26 Block 3 cockpit. I'll put a link to that as well in the description. We are going quite slow. That is also because we are now at 31,500 feet with full tanks and bags. I don't know where my wingman went. That's okay. There he is. He's right there, down below me. This is also a very big cockpit. The top of the glass, I believe, is right there. Ish. I don't know. I can't really see it on my hand there. Yeah, I mean, these guys are pretty much in space. Not really. Space is like 300,000 miles, I think. 300,000 miles. 300,000 feet, excuse me. But yeah, we might drop. I'm going to do selected. I'm going to select this. I'm going to select my 2 wing pylon, or my 2 wing bags. Use as much fuel as possible before jettisoning. Okay, those are jettisoned. I should be able to start picking up some speed here now because I'm going to weigh a lot less than what I just did a minute ago. Alright, we're picking up speed now. We're up to Mach. I would like to kind of fly in formation with them. I don't want to go in front in case they decide to, in case they decide to be hostile. That would be bad on my part, because they can easily get a gun kill or a missile kill on me. We're catching up though, Mach 1.15. I've got this jet up to like Mach 4 in a dive from, you know, 45,000 feet or something like that. It is early in the morning, I believe. I believe that's out to the east. Yeah, early in the morning.
Unidentified aircraft, you are in
We're gonna go ahead.
restricted airspace. You will be fired upon if you do not disengage and turn to 090.
Oh, the carrier's right below us. I didn't even realize that. Some heavy G's here.
Whiskey 1-1, local. Understood, those are MiG 58s. Intel would like you to close within 300 feet to get a good look at the aircraft. No one has been this close before. Then fire flares for effect to get their attention.
That's a little gag to Top Gun, which is pretty much what this is. Of course, I've lost all of my speed on that turn because these guys somehow have the energy retention of, I don't know, Jesus walking on water, I guess. I don't know. You should have kept going, but whatever. It's going to take me a hot minute to catch up back to these guys. Oh my gosh. That's one thing about the FA-26 that I've noticed, is that it feels underpowered. It doesn't feel like it wants to get up to Mach very easily. Now, I'm at 31,000 feet. This is probably above the operating range of the FA-26. You know, my max ceiling's probably a good 25,000. Yes, I can fly this high, but the higher you go, the less air you're grabbing. But the less air, that means your Mach number, you're going to hit Mach 1 going a lot slower in terms of your airspeed. Normally, at least in miles an hour, Mach 1's about 850, give or take. Give or take, 20. But, you know, at 31,000 feet, you're only going to be going, I don't know, 500, 600 miles an hour, and then you'll be going Mach because you're so high and there's less air, which is how the SR-71 was able to fly so fast at Mach 3, because it would sit at, you know, 40,000, 50, actually, I think it was at like 70,000 feet. I know the U-2 goes that high. I'm not sure about the Blackbird. But they go so high that there's so little air that you're able to just go fast. Eventually you get so high where there's less air, where your engines can't grab air and they're going to start failing and compressor stalling. Nah, see, yeah, Top Gun. I think it was a compressor stall. And its wake, and Iceman's wake. Yeah. Okay, I am out of fuel. I'm going to go ahead and drop my tank, because that's weighing me down by quite a bit. I'm going to stay right about here. So in case they, like I said, in case they do decide to go aggressive on me, I am ready. Gun selected. Yeah, these are MiG 58s, which in my eyes they just look like Sukhoi 57s. Alright. Ah, that was loud.
Watch the birdie.
There's Goose saying, watch the birdie. Alright, we gotta escort these fighters out.
It looks like your intakes worked. The Flight 4 is turning off toward Abar Airport. Abar approach has contact with them. Seems like this was just a provocative show of force. Escort them out of our airspace.
Well, there you go. I don't know what my wingman's doing. I really don't know, but these guys are probably going to... They're gonna pick up speed. Okay, it doesn't look like it. Oh! What happened to my wingman? My wingman's dead. But these guys... What? I'm so confused at what just happened. I'm gonna pretend like it didn't happen and just not look that way at my dead wingman. You know, I'm just gonna join this formation. Whiskey 1-2 is dead.
Whiskey 1-2, local, respond.
Oh, wait, this might be actually part of the mission.
Whiskey 1-1, local. Leave the mix for now and form on Whiskey 1-2. We've got a new contact and he's just circling.
Alright, where's 1-2? See ya, boys. Hi, guys. Okay, I've gotta go. I gotta go save my wingman. Those guys are gonna be all right. They're getting out of my airspace. Okay, this is new. I haven't done this before. This is new. This is cool. How long have we been recording for? Alright, an hour. I think we're gonna call it after this mission, and then I'll edit this tomorrow, I guess. Maybe get it uploaded tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm guessing this is going to be a Cougar type guide Cougar in, or in this case, Whiskey 1-2. It says form a Whiskey 1-2's wing and guide him back to the carrier. So yeah, this is a Cougar moment. I have to guide Cougar back to the carrier. Although, is that him right there? Did I just fly by him? I think I did. Hold on, I gotta go form up on his wing. I can go find him. I think they have conformal tanks on. That's cool. Okay. There you are. There he is. Where is he? Where is he on my... Okay, there he is. He is Mach 0.61. Bruh. 30. 3 miles, 12. Angels 12. That's what the AWACS will say. Be like, Whiskey 1-1, you know, AWACS, or Overlord, give me picture. Be like, 2 bogeys, bra, 350, they're heading. 1-2, Angels 5-1 or something, you know, I don't know. I don't remember the exact phrasing, but bearing, their bearing, which way they're facing, range, how far you are away from them, and then altitude, or Angels is their altitude. So did he not die? What was that explosion? Because that doesn't look like... I guess... It's Cougar! I've got Cougar! Come on, Cougar, we can load gas.
Whiskey 1-1, local. Stay with Whiskey 1-2, down to the deck.
Just stay on my wing. I'll take you all the way in.
I'm gonna have to go watch Top Gun after this now. Come on, Cougar, gotta head back to the boat, Cougar. We gotta land, Cougar. We don't have the fuel for this, Cougar. Stay on my wing, Cougar. Well, I'm on his wing, technically. but I've never done this part of this mission, so this is really cool. I'm enjoying this. There's like different, I guess, there may be 4 different mission types in this one, like, little thing. Or there may just be 2, but, only one, like, if you don't get up in time, this one happens, or if you get up in time, this one happens. And I guess if we got there in time, we escorted them out. But the one that I did it, they shot us down. Because I guess I didn't get there in time. That's cool. That is a beautiful looking jet. It's kind of an F-15, F-18 mix, which I think is really cool. It's got the Hornet, or the F-15 center air brake there. I've got to itch my eyeball. So I'm going to lose my airspeed here. Cougar. Form back up on his left wing. I'm going to Mach like 0.61, 62. Maybe 0.6. This is the only problem, though, is that with DCS, its VR is good. It has some problems. I mean, this does too. At least some that I've noticed. Oh, hello, Cougar. But it's, I mean, this is a native VR game. I guess so is DCS, but you know what I mean. See, that's very F-15-like. The Navy said, ooh, the F-15, that's a really good jet. Give it to us. And that's where the F-A-26 was born. All right, Cougar.
Easy, Cougar. You're walking apart, buddy.
Easy, Cougar. You're too low. Pull up. Bail off, or wave off, wave off. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go watch Top Gun now. Come on, Cougar. He's gonna land, and then I'm gonna be following up behind him. Although this is inaccurate, I shouldn't have as much fuel as I did. I should be bingo. In fact, I should be over bingo. In fact, because if bingo's here, I should be like, you know, fumes. I hope we get to hear the radio tower. Like if they're gonna play the Cougar and landing officer audio. Turn it up a little bit. I'm sorry. Like once again, I am sorry if the audio is like really loud or if you're hearing double because you know it's coming through the mic, which I do apologize if it is. Like I said, this is my first. I can't fly that slow right now. I do apologize, as this is my first VR recording video, so I don't know how exactly it's gonna, you know, how well it'll be. Okay, thanks.
Come on, buddy, pull up.
Whiskey 1-1, local. Whiskey 1-2 is on the deck safely. Contact tower for landing clearance.
Oh, beautiful. Glad Cougar's on the ground, or on the deck. We're gonna go, that is not what I wanted. We're gonna go comms, ATC, aircraft carrier, land.
Whiskey 1-1, cleared to land on the carrier.
Alright, we're gonna show you my absolute beautiful landing skills here in the EEC, or the, I don't even know what to call it, because it's a mix of two jets. It's a Tomcat and it's an Eagle. So Tom Eagle. Tom Gull. No, that sounds weird. See, I like to be a little dastardly like Maverick. I like to.
1-1, call the ball.
Whiskey 1-1's got the ball. Actually, yes, I do. I like to be a little dastardly with my landings. You know, my landings are I've never got a good approach. As you can tell here, I've got a kind of Kai-Tak approach it here.
Ready for lineup.
I am coming in quite fast. Almost forgot my hook. That would have been bad. I would have had to go around. Cougar, you better get out of my way.
Ready for lineup. Wave off, you gotta go around.
I don't have to wave off. I'm fine.
2-wire.
2-wire, baby.
Welcome back. Follow the taxi path to your parking area.
I did not full throttle it. That would have been really bad. Okay, so anyways, there we go. That's a beautiful mission. So I think this video is going to be a 3-parter. I might do some AV, or not the AV-42. I don't like the AV-42. I don't like flying it. I think it's a piece of, you know, absolute garbage. The F-35 I will probably do some missions with, just because I actually kind of like flying that. I'm not going to do a whole lot of VTOL stuff in a game called VTOL VR because I personally don't like VTOL aircraft in this game. I don't like the way they handle. I've got a mod that allows me to... Do I actually have a targeting pod? I don't think I do. Oh, I do. Shut up. Get out of this. That allows me to zoom with my throttle, which obviously it's a mod. I just said that, and that takes away from the VTOL because you use your joystick for VTOL. But next video or app once I do the AH-94 stuff. That's George. I think I might have called him something completely different at the beginning. Oh, Wasp. That's what it's called. FA-26 Wasp. That's it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to be doing some more VTOL stuff. I might do some more VR stuff as well. I don't know. But thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys in the next probably VTOL video. But yeah, anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.